Hi everyone, it's Misty's Cottage and welcome to my cozy corner. Today I'm going to take you through a speed build of my Grecian Agora themed fish market in Mythopia. I've been loving these little alcoves that are connected to the biomes and thought that this would be the perfect spot for a fish market. And of course, I had to build it around the fish-themed Corona fountains. They are so cute and just absolutely perfect for this build. So with that, let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is place my fountains because they're going to act as an anchor for this build, so I will be working around them. I fast forwarded a little bit here, but you can see that originally I had placed some wooden benches around the fountain and ultimately changed my mind in order to be more true to that Greek marble feel. I put in these more stone-looking benches and surrounded them with some shrubs from the Mythopia biome. The colors make the space feel so bright and airy, and I cannot wait to start adding in the fishmonger stalls. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side now. As I'm going along and putting down these bushes, I end up going back to some of them and rotating them around just to give it a more natural feel. I think that's looking really good so far. Now, you can see that I've already tried to add in some stalls. I really love these. I think that they go really well with the fish market theme. I would actually love it if Gameloft could release some more stall appearances and styles, because I think it's a really lovely way to display your items. And then I added some crates in the back here. Really just, I start filling in the spaces with as much surface areas that can display fish, anything that I think might go in a fish market, really. I wanted to add in this big table just so I could maximize my display, but I think I ended up settling on a smaller table just for the sake of space and being able to move around and not have it feel so cramped. Here you can see I moved on to trying to decorate the entryway, but I really struggled with this gap here in between the stall and the rock face. It also wasn't even on both sides, so they look a little bit off. I ended up just taking it out of the entryway there and moving it in. So I'll have to get back to that. But here I'm adding in some barrels. I'm just putting some more items down, some more stalls. You can also see that this landscape is a bit disproportionate. So the right side is just a touch narrower than the left. So it was really hard to put in a stall directly across from that small red one. You can see I added the big one to see how that would look, but there was just no walking space, so unfortunately I had to let go of that idea. I also tried my best to incorporate Hades' merch stall, but I think overall it just wasn't really suiting the aesthetic of what I was trying to achieve. Here I'm adding in some more wooden tables. I really wanted to add in a diverse amount of wood tables just to give it a more authentic and eclectic feel. I'm also adding in some vases here because that is what ancient Greece was known for, so I thought it would make for some nice accents to fill in the gaps around my market. Here I am splitting up my fish and dropping them on the ground because I'm going to start decorating the stalls. And just a reminder that you do need to split up items, otherwise they'll drop as one item. One thing I have loved about Dreamlight Valley is the diversity of foods and fish. So I really appreciate being able to display all of my catches in a very aesthetically pleasing way. There are just so many different sizes, colors, and species of fish that no matter what you end up placing, I think it's going to turn out very unique for everybody. Personally, I've been loving this red coral. I think it is so vibrant and really brings the stalls to life. And the little sorcerer hat hermit crabs are just too adorable. So I'm really happy with how this is turning out. And overall, I have been so excited to start decorating the Mythopia biome in the Storybook Vale. I love the ancient Greek aesthetic, and when I think of Greece, I think of fresh Mediterranean seafood. So putting this market in my valley was a must. Sometimes you'll notice it was a bit awkward for me to place the fish on the stall, so I had to actually move the stall out in order to be able to put it in a blank spot. So I'm doing that here with the seahorses. Okay, now jumping ahead a little bit, you'll notice that I just added more tables, put more fish on them, and yes, I did end up adding some foliage into that entryway to try and hide the awkward gaps. Here, I'm adding in some stone tiles that I made in A Touch of Magic. I put some seashell motifs on them in gold to really emphasize that aquatic ocean theme. To fill in the gaps, I started adding in some plants, which you'll see here, as well as torches. It really just emphasizes the vibrance overall, and I think lighting is overall such a determining factor to get that dreamlike appearance throughout all hours of the day, especially when nighttime comes around. It's just nice to have something to light up the builds that you worked so hard on, so I would really recommend putting in some torches. And here we have it! This is the final walkthrough of my Grecian Agora-themed fish market. I think it turned out so well. The octopi are honestly my favorite. I think they presented really well on the tables. Here I have my own personal fish stall where I can sell fish to the villagers. Overall, it's just a really beautiful walkthrough. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching my first ever Dreamlight Valley speed build. Let me know your thoughts, and please tag me if you do end up making your own fish market. If you would like to see more ideas, please make sure to like and subscribe. Until then, see you next time!